Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gaytree Pearsault. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Now let's take a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. As of today, more than 800,000 people in the U.S. have died from COVID-19 since the start of the pandemic. And new COVID cases are up nearly 50% from a month ago. Hospitalizations are up more than 40%. The Delta variant is still dominant, and Omicron only accounts for about 3% of cases in the U.S. right now. But health experts say it may not stay that way for long. To honor the grim milestone of 800,000 deaths, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi led a group of Democrats and Republicans in a candlelight moment of silence on the steps of Congress. Listen up, everyone. Last week, we told you about a recall of 230,000 pounds of Alexander and Hornung ham and pepperoni products because of a possible Listeria contamination. Well, now that recall has been expanded tenfold to 2 million pounds of meat. So far, there have been no confirmed reports of adverse reactions. But food and safety officials are concerned some people may already have the recalled meat in their refrigerators, and they need them to throw it away immediately or return it to the place where they bought it. It's now up to the Justice Department to decide whether to pursue criminal charges against former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, after the House voted to find him in contempt of Congress for failing to appear after a court order. The House voted to find former White House advisor Steve Bannon in contempt in October. A federal grand jury indicted him, and he's pleading not guilty to 2 charges. A federal judge handed former President Trump a big court loss by rejecting Trump's attempt to stop the Justice Department from obtaining his tax returns. The House and Ways Committee says Trump's tax returns may reveal potentially improper business dealings that could have affected his execution of presidential powers. The committee requested the records while Trump was still in the White House, but the Treasury Department said no at that time. But now Trump has 14 days to appeal the judge's ruling. The Nevada Department of Public Safety has granted O.J. Simpson an early parole discharge. Simpson has been out of prison and living in Las Vegas on parole since 2017, after serving 9 years for a Las Vegas kidnapping and armed robbery. His original parole plan was set to expire next year in February 2022, but the Nevada Board of Parole granted him 3 months of good behavior credits. So he is now completely a free man. Chances are you headed to the grocery store recently to buy Kraft's Philadelphia cream cheese to make your famous holiday cheesecake, only to find the shelves empty. Officials with Kraft say the shortage is due to supply chain disruptions. But Kraft has come up with a campaign to soften the blow of empty cream cheese shelves. They're giving a limited number of people the chance to spend $20 on another dessert and charge it to Kraft. Here's how it works. Head to this special website set up by Kraft, and on December 17th and 18th, up to 18,000 people will receive a $20 digital reward card. It's just that simple. And finally, a bright rainbow of hope from the ruins in Kentucky. As 34-year-old Jordan Bays was surveying the damage to his house from this past weekend's deadly tornadoes, he discovered that his piano was still intact. Bays has been playing piano since he was 9 years old, so he sat down in the middle of the chaos all around him, with no roof above his head, and played the Christian song, "There's Something About That Name." Bays and his family hid in his basement during the storm and covered themselves with mattresses. Bays said he has never experienced a storm so intense in his entire life, but he's grateful he and his family made it out safely. Sign1News will be broadcasting live updates Monday through Friday. Then this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, join us for a live panel of diverse guests to discuss the hot topics of the week. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Have a great day.